Hey everyone, how y'all doing? So it's been a few weeks since I've done a video, and it's December 31st, New Year's Eve, and I thought I'd close the year out with my top 10 most carried knives for the year. Some of these, I think 6 of them are the ones I tested this year, where I carried it for an entire 30 days straight, then did a full review at the end. Couple of them are a little bit older, where I didn't test, but I carry them all the time. So, yeah, these are definitely the 10 most carried knives for 2022, and get down to it. The first one, I often forget to add this on my most carried list, but it's my Victorinox Pioneer X. This legitimately is probably my most carried knife out of all of these. I carry this all the time. I do not leave the house without this, and it's also in my pocket around the house a lot. Yeah, Pioneer X, A-locks, just an invaluable tool to me. I carry it on a suspension hook in my left front pocket, and it hangs right there, and actually my phone slides down next to it in my left pocket, and it doesn't bang around, it doesn't get in front of the screen or anything like that. As far as the knife blade, it's got a nice knife blade. I do not often use the blade. I do occasionally. But what I use on here the most, definitely the scissors. Got a nice set. Larger pair. Use that all the time. I also use the flathead / bottle opener, wire stripper all the time. And how I use this, I may use it as a screwdriver. I've had occasions where I've used it, but it's my little pry tool. I use this just for a little pry, light prying duties all the time. And the other thing I use a lot is the reamer awl, I guess. It's just a reamer. There's no hole in this one. But this thing works so great for scraping out crevices, cleaning out screw heads, stuff like that. Use that all the time. As far as the can opener, I've used the little screwdriver a few times, but I haven't used the can opener. And I really haven't used anything besides the flathead as a flathead screwdriver and a pry tool. I haven't really used the bottle opener. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is probably my most, I know it is, it's definitely my most carried knife. I like the A-locks. It stays nice, doesn't scratch up like the plastic scales. Although you do not get the toothpick and tweezers in the A-locks versions, but that's alright. Next knife, kind of be surprised that's in the top 10. It's one I tested. I carried it for 30 straight days and kind of fell in love with it. I like carrying these, and that is this Opinel number 8 with a walnut handle. I wanted to see if I could use this as my EDC knife for 30 days, and I did, and it worked out pretty good. I just carried it in my front pocket drop, threw it in there. Takes a little patience, a little getting used to, fishing it out of your pocket. You have the locking ring up here, you have to turn that. Two-hand open. You can do it one-handed. I don't. Two-hand open. Turn the lock. Use it. then you have to reverse the process, turn the lock, close it, turn the lock again so it doesn't open in your pocket. But this thing, I was thoroughly surprised how I made out with this. You can see I actually, after I was done, I added jimping along the top and the back here. That helps a lot. It gives just a little better purchase because the handle is basically round. I've had, instances where it started twisting my hand, and that really helps lock it in. But yeah, such a basic knife. The walnut handle is a little more expensive. I think it was $19, where the beech wood is like $16. And I did a couple ones where I modded the beech wood. I have to do one for myself because I have one, but it was my first one. I did one for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway that I thought turned out real cool. But yeah, for 20 bucks, less than 20 bucks for this. Number 8, I like the size. It's a 3.25, 3¼ inch blade. Super slicey, right? Can't beat it. It's made out of Opinel Sandvik 12C27. Holds an edge pretty good. But yeah, super little slicey knife. It still finds its way in my pocket every now and then. I see it and I'm like, I'm going to carry that today. So that's in the top 10. Next one I've had for a little while, and it's just an awesome knife. And it is the Hogue Sig Sauer K320 Nitron. This thing's just a beast of a little knife. It's not little. It's got a 3½ inch blade, S30V steel. Got their Hogue's Able lock, like the Axis lock. They're black polymer handles with a stippling for grip. Ergos on this thing are just excellent. I'd compare the ergos and the feel of this to the Manix 2 lightweight. Actually, I think this is better. Just an awesome knife. You have a 4-way pocket clip, tip up, tip down, right hand, left hand, deep carry pocket clip. Pocket clip's kind of cool looking. It's different. Lanyard hole, forward finger choil, S30V steel. You'll see quite a few of these are in S30V steel. I like that steel. I think it's a great EDC steel. But yeah, the Sig Sauer K320 Nitron made by Hogue. This one is actually a Knife Center exclusive. The black handle and the stone wash blade. The basic model has a black blade, black handle, or tan blade and handle. But yeah, this finds its way in my pocket a lot. I carried this maybe, I don't know, week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I was carrying it for a few days. And yeah, awesome. I love the ergos on this, way it feels in hand. The Able lock, centering is still dead down the center. Yeah, definitely in the top 10. I didn't say the Victorinox Pioneer X runs about $57.99 on Blade HQ right now. The A-Lock's a lot more expensive than the plastic, but the tools on the A-Lock's models are a little more robust, and it just stays nice. I mean, I carry this every day and it looks practically brand new. Okay, moving on to the fourth one. I haven't shown this too much on the channel, but I love it. I carry it often. When I got it, I carried it for, a couple weeks straight. And it would be a Savivi, and this is the Ripple. This is an awesome knife. It's not real expensive. Right now it's on sale on Blade HQ for like 41, 42 bucks. I think I still only paid like 49 for it. But you got a 3.5 inch hollow ground Sandvik 14C28 steel blade. Actually, I said it was hollow. I'm not sure. It might be flat. Feeling it. Slightly hollow, but what a slicey little knife. Micarta scales on this, which I really like. Does ride on bearings, so action is ridiculously smooth. Flipper tab. You have this hole, you can Spidey flick it. Liner lockup is excellent on this. No play. You got, again, deep carry clip that's left-handed and right-handed. Just an awesome knife. I like the shape of the handle. Nice and straight. It's comfortable in hands. Got good jimping up here on the spline. Just an awesome knife. I really like this one, so I didn't test this for 30 days, but I carry this a ton because it is so slicey. I go from thick blades, they're not slicey, to real slicey, thinner blades. But yeah, Savivi Ripple. Next one I've had for quite a long time, and it's still one of my favorite EDC knives. It just finds its way back in my pocket every week or couple weeks, and it would be the Benchmade Bugout. So this is the 535, the original blue Grivery scales, the polymer scales everybody complained about flexing. I never had a problem with them. I did swap them out to these Flytanium G10 crossfade scales, which I like. They're really nice. They fit perfectly. But I thought about putting the original scales back on, because the original scales actually a little more grippy than these are. But I really started carrying this more after I changed the scales to the G10. And yeah, it's a lot stiffer, doesn't flex, maybe just a little bit, but it changed the whole feel of the knife. But still, an awesome EDC knife. The Bugout, it's lightweight, it's under 2 ounces with the original scales. These make it just a touch heavier. It's like 2.1, 2.2 ounces. Deep carry reversible clip. The axis lock. S30V steel. Yeah, just I think it's like one of the ultimate EDC knives. I got blue scales just because it has a blue thumb studs. I'm like, I'll keep it matching. It's dang near the same color as the original. But yeah, the Bugout. This is one knife that I'm always going to have. Maybe not this particular one, but I'll definitely always have a Bugout, the EDC. And the next one, I have to say, I was surprised at how much I liked it. I didn't have a Buck 110. I had the Buck 110 Slim Select, but I didn't have like a full-size one. So I ended up getting the Buck 110 Sport. It was new for 2022. And this created my love for Buck 110s and 112s. I have all my bucks are up here in this blue tote. I've gotten a bunch this year. You know the channel, I did a first impressions unboxing video on all of them. But the Buck 110 Sport, same dimensions, same blade, same size handle, everything is the original 110. But the Sport has S30V steel, again, one of my favorite steels. It has thumb studs instead of brass and wood. It's got aluminum bolsters and frame with micarta covers. Comes with a deep carry pocket clip, a nice looking pocket clip, unlike on the Slim Selects. It is only right hand tip up carry only, but man, Buck 110 in hand. This is a lot lighter than the original, you know, the standard brass and wood 110, and easy to carry in the pocket with a pocket clip. It is kind of thick, so for a while, you know, you have a thick knife in your pocket, but man, I just love this. Love this one. Centering is dead down the center still. I did, when I first got it, the pivot loosened up a couple times, so I put a little blue Loctite on it, and I haven't had a problem since. Yeah, I carried this for over 30 days straight. Absolutely loved it. And again, you know, it's a two-hand opener, two-hand close. It's not real heavy. I don't know how heavy it is. Tell you right now. Take just a second. So this one is 4.7 ounces. It's no lightweight, but the regular 110 is like 7.4. So, you know, this is a good 3 ounces lighter, but what an awesome blade. The standard clip point, hollow ground blade. Like I said, this is S30V steel. And this one, and this thing, I don't know. I have a lot of knives in S30V steel, and the Buck has held its edge by far longer, better than any of my other S30V steels. I haven't really fully sharpened this. I've touched it up. It is still very, very sharp. I've stropped it, you know, quite often, especially when I was carrying it every day. Like I said, I have not done a full sharpening. I've touched it up. I've had no chips, nothing out of it. I haven't damaged that tip whatsoever, and that is a pretty dainty tip if you know the 110s. But yeah, the Buck 110 Sport. Absolutely dig it. I want to get the 112 version of this. These things run about 140 bucks. They were on sale before Christmas, Black Friday and stuff. I wanted to get the 112, just couldn't do it. But yeah, this is definitely in the top 10. Next one, next four, the last four are just awesome knives. I really like all four of them. The next one would be the Spyderco Salt 2, which really basically is the Delica. I never had a Delica. I only had the PM2, Para 3, Manix 2 lightweight, the Native 5 lightweight. Then I got this because I was going to get a Delica, and I heard good things about the LC200N steel. If you don't know, it's virtually rust proof. It will not patina, not rust. And I ended up getting this. Got a little different blade shape than the standard Delica. More of a sheep's foot blade. But man, what an awesome knife. I like the LC200N. This is another one I carried for 30 days straight testing it. It's pretty good steel, like I said. Virtually rust resistant. Holds an edge really well. I haven't done any damage to it. Still, I have not sharpened it. I'll strap my knives, when I'm carrying them a lot, quite often. And it seems to be really easy to keep sharp. On this one, I did put a little sharpening choil on it, because even strapping it, I couldn't get right to the edge here. So I did put a little sharpening choil, and I kind of screwed this one up. It's a little bit too deep, but awesome lightweight knife. This is a back lock, easy. You can easily close it one-handed, open it one-handed, just like that. The green, I kind of like the green on this. Doesn't bother me at all. Has the four-way reversible tip up, tip down, left hand, right hand pocket clip. I kept the standard clip on it, so it's not deep carry. You got quite a bit of that bright green sticking out of your pocket, but it works. I didn't bother switching it out. I may someday, because I prefer deep carry clips, especially on a bright knife like this. But yeah, awesome knife. I just carried this a couple weeks ago for a day or two because I like it that much. It's pretty nice. So the Spyderco Salt 2, lightweight, about 125 bucks. This one, I said, it is LC200N steel. It is made in Japan, Seki City, Japan. It was my first Spyderco made in Japan. And yeah, pretty awesome. I may get the Warncliffe Delica sometime. Basically, it's the same handle. Blade be obviously different. But yeah, awesome knife. Awesome EDC knife. Definitely, I carry that often. So the next three, I gotta tell you, next three are, besides the Victorinox, next three are definitely my most carried. And the next one is an awesome knife. I got it on pre-order. It's a Tempest Pinion. KC from over on Nice Fast designed it, had it made. The OEM for is Kubi. So it's my first Kubi knife, or Kubi made knife. My son had a couple of them, but yeah, the Tempest Pinion. I thought it was cool looking when I saw pictures of it, and I saw videos on the prototypes. So as soon as it was available, I pre-ordered it. Took a couple months. It didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna to get it. And man, I wasn't gonna, I didn't plan on doing a 30-day test, you know. But I carried it for well over 30 days because it's an awesome knife. 14C 28N steel, flat grind, awesome stonewash finish on it. This thing is fidgety as all get out. For a liner lock, you can Spidey flick it. I mean, that's how I open it or slow roll it. My big fat thumb, sometimes it slips out of that hole, but you can thumb flick it. Ergos on this thing are just excellent. I mean, look at the handle. Just fits my hand like it's made for me. Got this forward finger choil. You can choke up on it. But yeah, feels great in hand. He called this a drop sheep, I think. Blade design, a modified drop or sheep's foot blade. I call it a reverse tanto blade. And when you see the 940 Osborne next to it, you can see I call it reverse tanto. It's got an awesome robust tip on it. Man, wire pocket clip, which I like wire pocket clips. Some people don't. It's left-handed or right-handed. Man, just an awesome knife. I got the black micarta handles. I love it. These are sold out. I just looked on this website. These are sold out. I think they have the blue and the JG10 left, like 81 bucks. Right now, you know, these jumped up after the pre-sale to $91.99. I got it for like, I think the 81 bucks or something. I still have smuts on the blade. But yeah, this thing, I'm just so glad I jumped on and got it. Because once I opened it up and got it in hand, and I'm like, this is awesome. So, like I said, think I got it. When they ship them out? In August. I carried it for over a month straight without even trying. I just fell in love with it. Next one was a pretty cool knife, and it's actually the one I have in my pocket today. I've carried it probably, let's say Wednesday, Thursday. I've carried it for 4 days now. Again, it's the Spyderco Native 5 lightweight, little smaller knife. You know, it's got a 3-inch blade with this forward finger choil, so you get about a 2.44 inch cutting edge. I put a little sharpening choil on this also, and the steel on this is a CPM SPY27, Spy 27, which is a pretty awesome steel. I really like the Spy 27. I beat the crap out of this knife, especially the 30 days I was carrying it. I had to cut my belt, my drive belt, on my mower, my riding lawnmower, the deck belt. It got shredded, got wrapped up. I had to cut that out of there. You know, it's Kevlar. So I'm in there trying to cut it. I'm hitting against the pulley, all kinds of stuff. Never took a chip out of this blade. I did flatten it, roll the edge a couple spots, but easy to sharpen, normal use. The edge, holds an edge really good. Back lock. Again, it's got the FRN handles like on the Salt 2. No liners. Both are very lightweight. Salt 2, I don't know how much it weighs. Oh yeah, I do. 1.9 ounces. This weighs about, did I weigh it? 2.45 ounces. But the ergos on this are excellent, especially that 4-finger choil. Man, it just rips through boxes with their flat ground, full flat grind. And yeah, I like the back lock. Easy. I cannot flick this one out. The Salt 2, normally, I can flick out one-handed. But this one, I can't do that. It's definitely a slow roller. But awesome knife. I did change the clip. It had a clip on it like this, a standard clip. I swapped it out with a Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. Love it. Works excellent. But yeah, awesome EDC knife. Like I said, this in my pocket today. It's been in my pocket for I think 4 days now. Awesome. So I carry this very often. I probably do not go a week without grabbing this out of my drawer, and it might stay in my pocket for several days. But yeah, the Spyderco Native 5 lightweight. Last but not least is probably my favorite knife ever. It was my grail knife because it was pretty expensive. It's about $216 now. I bought it way at the beginning of 2022, beginning of the year. I paid $202 for it. So by far it's my most expensive knife, but I am so glad I finally got one. I wanted it for so long, but 200 bucks. Yeah, and that'd be the Benchmade 940 Osborne. And I got the original, design in colorway, S30V steel, aluminum handles with a purple backspacer. I swapped the clip out instantly. Had a standard, Benchmade clip. I ordered a deep carry Benchmade clip directly from Benchmade. And yeah, awesome knife. It's 20 some years old. It's definitely not a new design, but it's made to be a work knife. And I just love it. This thing's, I carry this all the time. Out of all these knives, definitely this is, besides this is my most carried knife this year. Man, what else can you say about the 940 Osborne? If you don't have one, I'd recommend it, especially if you're going to beat on a knife a little bit, because it is made to be used. But yeah, they call it reverse tanto, and bring out back the pinion back out. You can see the similarities here in the blade shape, kind of the overall design, very similar, kind of straight handle, neutral ergonomics. Both are really comfortable in hand. The pinion's a little bit taller blade, a little taller handle, a little thicker handle. The pinion actually feels better in hand, but not to take anything away from the 940. This is definitely another knife that, if anything happened to this, if I lost it, you know, I'd be so pissed, and I would have to get another one. I would definitely have to get another one of these. Just an awesome knife. I absolutely dig this. You know, it's a little bit longer than some knives, not the buck, but you know, it's very similar in size to the pinion. You want to know how big the pinion is? That's a good example. Dang near the same length. The 940's got a 3.4 inch blade, S30V steel again. I like the aluminum handles on this. Great action. Great ergos. It's not the sliciest knife by any means. You know, it's a pretty short blade this dimension, and it's not a full grind. 3/4 ways up. So it's kind of thick behind the edge. The one time I sharpened it, I laid the edge back a little bit, about 17 degrees from like the 20 or whatever originally was. And yeah, it made it better. So next time I give it a full sharpening, I may lay it back to 15 degrees per side. I don't think it's going to weaken the edge any, but it'll make it a little slicier. Other than that, and it'll cut anything you want it to cut. It's not going to be as easy to cut through a thick piece of cardboard as, say, the Salt 2 here, which is a full flat grind, a lot thinner blade stock. But yeah, definitely was my grail knife for a long time. Definitely my most carried knife for 2022, and it's gonna be up there again. I can tell you, all these knives are probably, if I did this next year, quite a few of these knives are still gonna be on the list. I guess that's it. I don't know how long this video is. Way too freaking long. But yeah, Happy New Year's. I hope everyone had a great Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Happy New Year. It's going to be a different year. Might be some different content coming to the channel. But it's still going to be an EDC/knife channel. Deep down, that's what this channel's turned into. Another thing, speaking of it being an EDC knife channel, tomorrow marks 3 years that's what I've been doing. So 3 years I've been doing knives and EDC gear and stuff like that. And the channel's grown pretty good. Got 2,300 and something subscribers. That's pretty awesome for my nonsense that I have that many subscribers. But I think it's a great channel, great interaction. I get a lot of good comments and stuff. I love it. But yeah, guess that'll do it. That's all I got for you in this video. Do the usual like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. And until the next video, bye.